About a minute 40 left here, okay? And this was tweeted out by John Machota, if I'm saying that right. And, he just kind of gives his side of the story. Let's see what Jerry had to say here. It's so fitting. McManus is going to throw a flag if Jerry's out of line here. But here's again, why am I bringing this up? It's a Packers podcast. There was a lot of people like, we need to go get Micah Parsons. We need to go get Micah Parsons. Yes, he's a great player, but guys, he has pissed off teammates in the past with the podcast and making comments about teammates. He's obviously disrespected the owner, which probably not hard to do. Jerry Jones isn't it's not like Jerry Jones isn't a toxic person too, right? So I don't want to paint the picture like Jerry Jones is this big victim. That's not the case whatsoever. However, when you bring a big personality on like that, things like this are going to happen. Let's see what Jerry had to say and just enjoy the Southern draw here.
The world would know that I want Micah if they knew what I had offered him, and he knows what I offered him. So the world would know that I want Micah to play on the team and that I respect him for what he can bring to the team. And now, as it turns out, in this particular case, you say, well, what happens? Well, what happens is that we have a contract, and there's this year remaining under the contract. And then in the NFL, I get at our volition to extend that contract another year. We'll pay him like a franchise and another one after that. So we really got 3 years to work this thing out. And it's a basic contract that's there to go. And I did that with Dak, and we couldn't agree. So Dak played his last year of his contract, and then we franchised him. And so it's exactly what happened with Dak. And we moved forward. And, of course, ultimately we got a contract, made Dak the highest paid player in the NFL. So the president is handling it like Dak. But in this particular case, then Micah comes in and plays this year under his contract. If it doesn't, it's very costly for everybody, just a little similar to what happened when we didn't sign Emmett and we didn't do well our first 2 games. He was an integral part of what we were doing. But at that particular time, we got that worked out and went on to win a Super Bowl, as you recall.
So this is exactly what we talked about the other day. And I don't know about you guys, but hearing Jerry Jones talk with that Southern twang there just made me think Brandon McManus was saying it the whole time. Right? Just cracked me up. But we said this the other day. Jerry's in control here, boys. Yeah. Make no bones about this. Micah has 2 options. He got multiple options. He could accept the contract that was offered. He chose not to do that. And if the reports are right, his agent told him to stick it up their rear end. Okay, cool. You can play under the current contract, which is the 5th-year option, right? Or you could sit out for the year. If you sit out for the year, guess what happens? His rights carry right over to next year, and Jerry's got that 5th-year option deal, once again, is good for 2026. Now, when that contract runs out, Jerry can franchise tag him.
2 times.
When that wraps up, you're right, Emilio, with like a 110% increase or something, or, a 10% on it or something like that. But nonetheless, franchise tag him again. And then he can hit free agency. So this whole idea that Micah's in control and he's going to do this and that, he's not in control at all.
Right.
At all.
And him sitting out game checks? I mean, you're going to sit out millions on game checks? Come on now.
The last person to sit out a full season, to the best of my knowledge, because they wanted a new contract, was Le'Veon Bell. And Le'Veon Bell's career completely tanked after that. Completely tanked. So, and people maybe know
he was one of the best backs in the league at the time.
I was going to say, yeah, Tim. People may say, well, Le'Veon Bell wasn't as good as Micah. Le'Veon Bell was considered one of, if not the best running backs in the league that year at his position. So, why are we mentioning this? It's a Packers podcast. I am so damn appreciative that the Packers operate the way they do. And you don't – listen, here's the other thing. A good buddy of mine, his name's Jeremy. We called him Henson. He grew up in the same hometown as Micah Parsons. And this is another reason why Clayton isn't so bullish on Micah Parsons. When Micah Parsons was drafted to the Cowboys – now keep in mind, Jeremy is a Philadelphia Eagles fan, so he hates the Cowboys. But he said, I was so glad when they drafted him. He said, that dude – is the biggest troublemaker. It was common knowledge all over town that he thinks he is better than everybody else. He's more important than everyone else and all this. And I'm going, All right, you're an Eagles fan, right? Well, lo and behold, you get the podcast. He's talking bad about Dak. He's talking bad about other teammates, and then come out later, oh, I didn't mean anything by it. It's just there's a lot of negative that comes with Micah Parsons. There's no doubt about it. So, with that being said, I wish I could have showed the video there, guys, because you might have been able to see it in the small window on the lower left. Jerry was grinning ear to ear the whole time. Yeah. Like, he is not stressing at all. He's literally like, I'm your Huckleberry. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, try me, young.
Jerry's just getting another bowl of popcorn. He's enjoying the show right now.
And we're on a Packers podcast talking about the Cowboys, which is exactly what he wants, right? So, anyway, you guys got to take on that and how it ties back into the Packers. Or
Can I ask a question? Obviously, I've been a little out of the loop. Is it true that the Packers, has it been confirmed that they offered like whatever package that was, the 2 first-round picks, like a second? It was ridiculous, whatever I saw.
This is
what do that, you're going to get your ass kicked in that.
People started tweeting out that the Packers offered 2 firsts, a second, and a 5th. That's not true. Do you know where that came from?
I do not. wait, what?
Let me explain why. The only reason that 2 firsts, a second, and a 5th is being mentioned is because Wildy said that's what he would give up. And I put that on Twitter and said, hey, I just heard a podcast host say that he would give up 2 firsts, a second, and a 5th. Am I the only one that thinks this is insane? And Wildy added back at me and said, hey, that was me. And I was like, yeah, I commented, was like, Wildy, this is how I responded. Like, I didn't tag you because I don't think you understand what's about to happen on Packers Twitter. And everybody went like, there ain't no way we would do that. No way we would offer that. All of a sudden, a day and a half later, reports are the Packers offered 2 firsts, a second, and a 5th. And you look at the reports, and these are people with 300 followers, 1,500 followers. It's like, comb through Twitter. To the best of my knowledge, the only tweet you'll find is the Packers offered that, which is BS. And this guy tweeting out that Wildy said it on his radio program. So I started the rumor by not starting the rumor, if that makes sense. So
just so you drew it up.
People hear what they want to hear,
All right. Well, what rumor are we going to spread tonight? Should we get something going?
We're going to spread the rumor that Kay Adams' marriage is in turmoil because of a man named Jacob.
I'm just saying.
Wouldn't be the first time Jacob.
You got a good buffet at the office.
At the office?
It might be good, man. I'm just saying.
I hear that's one of Kay's favorite hangouts when she's in town.
I'll treat her right. It'll be good.
Didn't she mention that on her podcast one time?
I think she did, actually.
I think she mentioned the Oval Office. Kay's awesome, dude. She's like everybody's little sister. You know what I mean? Just loves football. She's like
knows ball too. Mm-hmm. Always fun to watch.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. More than 90% of the guys out there watch the game for sure. Aaron Rodgers with the super chat. Speaking of the Cowboys, did you see the clip of how the Packers broke Jerry in the 23 playoff? I did. And Packer fans absolutely love it. Did you see that, Jacob? Have you watched the Netflix doc yet?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, he breaks down crying and basically says this is the worst loss in the history of their franchise.
Oh, no, I did see that. Yeah, that made me feel real good.
That's what happens when you race a giant boat right through AT&T Stadium, right?
Boy, I'm telling you, man.
The Cowboys are going to win. It's perfect. It's better than a bye. Let's get them through.
That game was over in the second quarter, man.
If you guys want a good watch tonight, and I'm telling you, this is peak PTA content, and that's not hard to do. Let's be honest. That's show stuff. But if you just search Packers Total Access, Packers Cowboys postgame show, and drop the remote, you'll hear Dak go, yeah, here we go, like 800 times. We got the sound drop. We mocked the hell out of it.
We need to bring that back.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
What are you
Aaron,
about?
I did.
That's my job.
I'm enjoying the doc though. I really like it because it's all 90s music. Tim, am I right?
I haven't seen it yet.
The soundtrack.
Spoiler alert.
Soundtrack going to have you bumping, bro.
Let's go.
It's awesome.
Bring Tim back to his DJ years.
Yes,
let's
do it.
On the ones and twos.
Let's go.
Emilio, how old were you in 95?
It's just a gleam in his daddy's eye.
Yeah, probably. If it's early 95, I was still a gleam. If not, I was probably born or something.
I was probably born or something. Put it on the ticker.
What's with all the spam in the chat? Is that a new?
We're
just saw that you're here, Jacob. They just wanted to say hi.
Lord, all right.
Hey, Adam's
football on Amazon.
Say what?
Is there a game tonight?
There must be. I was thinking that too.
There's 3 games tonight, so
that's why.
Yeah. We need to try to block the word NFL, all caps, NFL game streaming on. I think that might get it if we can put those together where it can't be mentioned.
I want to put them in timeout and then have them come back later and see if they learn their lesson.
Do it. See if that works. Maybe that'll work. Unbelievable, man. This is what happens when your show sucks bad enough that people think they're convinced people watch it, right?
I blame
Don't
myself.
worry, nobody's listening anyway.
As Clint, the armchair quarterback, said, back to the whole the conversation there about Micah, dismantle your team for one guy, no thanks. And listen, Wildy was having a conversation. Now, I think after he thought about it for a little bit, he probably would take that back, But I know he didn't expect that kind of response because it was bad.
Yep.
To the point where I almost want to jump back in there and, with the meme that says he's already dead, leave him alone. And that's why I was trying to tell him, that's why I didn't tag you, Wildy. And he comments on it. And, it was rough. But again, I do think it's crazy like that you'd be willing to give up that much.
It's never. No,
and I feel like the Bengals would be closer to moving on from Trey Hendrickson than the Cowboys are from Micah. Like, you could actually get your hands on Hendrickson if that's really something that you wanted, and maybe not have to dismantle your whole team for it.
Yeah. Since we're kind of talking about the Cowboys and the difference in the franchises, why don't we wrap up with this? We got a couple minutes. I seen Tim tweet this out. Tim, is it okay if I guess it is. You put it on Twitter, the exchange with the parking there, the guy with the parking.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure.
So, we're sitting here talking, right? We're talking about obviously the difference in the Packers and the Cowboys, and we're showing, Jerry Jones, and I've seen the booger sugar comments in the chat.
First of all, Emilio's comments in the private chat.
Yeah.
You need to put Emilio on timeout. That was hilarious.
Now I got to go into private chat. Let's see.
Don't do it.
Unbelievable. Jeez, Pete. Put Emilio in timeout. Here, let me
Get
put
ready
him
to
in
go.
Put outside for a minute. Give me a sit your butt outside for just a second, Tim, please. I need that real quick.
Sit your butt outside.
All right, now we'll bring him back. All right. Oh, he's back.
He's gone.
He said, you won't let me in here? I won't be in here. There you go.
You hurt me, Brett.
No. The booger sugar comments. I remember the joke when I was a kid. You know how it's football season? Crime rate goes up 10% in Dallas. Like that's one thing I remember.
Wow.
And it's true. The players are back in town, right? Like, here they go. But no, in all seriousness, like, you see how that franchise operates, right? And it's a circus every year, this and that. And then you look at how the Packers operate and how I feel like they do take care of the players as best they can, right? And I know there's some people like your Jordys and stuff that fans wanted to keep around a little bit longer, but I think we would all agree the timing was darn near perfect to let those players go, But the other thing is, like, how in touch with the community that the Packers are. I absolutely love, right? And Tim, I'll let you take over here. I read this exchange and I'm just like, this is Green Bay, Wisconsin in a nutshell, man.
Yeah, so obviously Jacob is going to be meeting us on Saturday, coming to town for the game. We gave Jacob our parking pass. We're going to meet you and your brother, right? Are coming down.
Yes, sir.
Meet you guys over in the lot. So we're going to park over by our good friends Greg and Ellen. They live just across Lombardi Avenue from Lambeau Field, and we parked with them during the draft. And I hit him up the other day and just basically asked if he still had a spot, and won't take a dime from me. Apparently, said no money necessary. Enjoy the game, have fun. Going to have a neighbor looking out for us, and that's what it's all about here in Green Bay, man. Fans taking care of fans. It's something different. So that's what I tweeted. Hey man, so like, why'd you guys move to Green Bay? Well, this is one of the reasons right here for sure.
He was the best guy around.
And my first experience in Green Bay, keep in mind, I just become a Packer fan. I just learned about Lambeau Field and the history of the Packers. I'm like, man, this is the team I'm going to root for. I didn't have a favorite pro team at the time. So we come up, me and Mandy, we were just dating at the time. This was back in like 2003 or 2004. We drive all the way to Green Bay, 13-hour drive, right? We get up here. And it was one of those things. We stayed in Appleton, woke up, went to the game, and had to drive all the way back immediately following the game. So it was one of those type of round trips. I'm talking about broke as a joke. So we get up there like, all right, we need to find a place to park, right? So we go down. We started to park at a church that was down the street, right? You just make a donation to the church. And we're like, let's see if we can get a little bit closer. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to be a part of the tailgating and stuff. We pulled up to this yard, like I'm talking about you could see Lambeau from the yard. It was one of those right on Oneida, or not Oneida Street, but Oneida Street, one right on Oneida Street. And we pull up and ask them how much, and they told, I think at the time it was like $20, right? And this was, like I said, 20 years ago. So we pay the 20, park the car. He said, no. He said, turn around. He said, you're going to get stuck if you pull in like that. I want to be able to get you out of here quick so you don't get stuck, right? I'm like, oh, I appreciate that. Got out. They had a sofa in the front yard and a TV out there, a big floor model TV with extension cords ran out there. So they were watching the game in the front yard with Lambeau right there in the backdrop, right, on a sofa. And they told us, they said, hey, if you need to use the restroom, the door will be unlocked all day long. Feel free to use the restroom as you're out and about out here tailgating. I'm just like, I looked at Manny. I was like, what is this place? This is unbelievable. Like, don't get me wrong. We leave our doors unlocked. I wish a mother would. You know what I mean? Like, that's just me personally. They going to get that spotlight right on the front door. But it was just like the hospitality was unbelievable. Even the Bears fans that I ran into at that game were like, they prodded a little bit and a little banter, but it was just like when everybody gets to Lambeau, it's like everybody's just, hey, we're here to watch football and enjoy the history of the game. And the other thing that stood out to me was concession stand. A guy was walking around selling beer, and he had a rope tied to his belt loop, like a small little string, and had a stuffed animal bear, and had the rope tied around his ankle, and he was dragging it around the stadium as he was selling beer. The animal bear around. It was awesome, man. And then, of course, that same game, our first game there, we sat in the south end zone, in the corner of the end zone, and me and Mandy were sitting up at about, I don't know, like row 40 or something. And these two guys approached us and said, hey, our wives, we want to sit with our wives a little closer. Our wives are sitting in the row behind you or whatever. Would you like to switch tickets with us? We're down here in row 20. And me at the time, I'm really young, and I'm like, I don't trust people by nature. I was just raised not to trust people. I'm not saying it's right. It's just the way it is. And I was looking at Manny, and I said, yeah, we'll switch with you. I said, you just understand, if I go down here and these tickets ain't legit and you somehow rip me off, I'm coming back hitting you right in the damn mouth. Like I told that guy. He's like, no, I promise, they're real. We go down there and sit down. And imagine if I hadn't changed tickets, because we sit down next to this little old couple, and they were in their 70s, right? I mean, they were, been coming to Packer games forever. He said he was at the Ice Bowl with his grandfather, and we sat there and talked to them. And I'm telling you, I could care less what happened during the game. That little couple made the whole trip for us. It was just like, this place, Green Bay, Wisconsin, is unbelievable, man. The people of Wisconsin are just, it's wild. It's absolutely wild. I don't know how anybody can root for another team. That's how I felt for so long. I still feel like that to a certain extent, but as a young, I'm like, why would you root for any other NFL team than this team right here? It's just wild. So, you remember the first time you went to Lambeau, dude?
Dude, chills driving up the highway, man. I saw the G and it was over. And then, it was a short trip, stayed in Appleton, had to drive in for the game, parked on the street.
That's where I was born, Emilio. Appleton.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey.
Yeah, the Best Western. There we are. Yeah. No, parked on the street, walked in, and just, the nicest people ever. Was on the sideline, saw Rob sitting there. You saw all the coaches, everybody up close, saw Mason kicking. It really was awesome. And just the dude behind me just started buying me beers because we were getting slammed. 20-0. And then we finally scored a touchdown at the end. But at that point, he was just like, I feel bad. It's your first game. Go ahead and have these. Like, we have season tickets. We come to all the games anyway. Just kept, just wanted me to have a good time. Brat's on the way in. It was awesome. Then coming up for the draft, it was even better. Now that I kind of knew where I was, it was a good time.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what's so cool about it is, I remember coming up as a kid just from Milwaukee, going up to Green Bay to go to games and stuff. And, people that are from Green Bay or are season ticket holders, they truly are like ambassadors to other fans. You can always tell if someone's never been to Lambeau before because, their jaw is dropped to the floor, their eyes are wide open, they're trying to take it all in. And, if you've never been before, you can always look at one of the Lambeau faithful and we'll help you out. We'll give you a beer and a brat, and we'll give you directions. Place, buy you in the stands, whatever.
You
That
want
was-
to know how I know that we're an awesome fan base? So I've successfully infiltrated multiple Vikings group chats on Facebook.
Nice.
And
Not
somebody
anymore. You just snitched on yourself.
somebody put a post up the other day and said, "Hey, we just bought Packer Viking tickets in Green Bay. Like, are the fans nice there?" And like 300 comments, every single one of them was like, "I hate them, but they're great." And like I really like, they're super nice, blah, blah, best time I've ever had. Like, just one, like literally not a single comment said anything negative, which is pretty impressive. I went negative. I said, "You guys suck." But besides that,
surely not, Jacob. Not you. Unbelievable. Yeah, no, it's that first game I went to too. They had a huge 18-wheeler in the parking lot, and the entire bed, the length of the bed, was one big grill. And Johnsonville sponsored it, and they were giving away free brats. That was like a big promotion. So they were literally cooking the brat, throwing it on a bun, wrapping it in full, and just tossing it out to fans in the tailgate. It was awesome.
Clayton, you remember when we went to the Rams Packers game? There was randomly just some Bears fan throwing beers to everybody. "Hey, here you go." We're like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Why are you even here? Why are you here? Appreciate the brewski, though. Aaron Rodgers in the chat says, "My mother also cried in the Packers Hall of Fame, and she's a Niners fan." They just do everything right here, man, for sure. So,
Yeah, 'cause that was the first time when we went to the draft. That was the first time I actually got to see the Hall of Fame. That was wild. I mean, just going through, seeing all the players, all their memorabilia. You can listen to everything that, the story for each of them, and then seeing the trophies, championship trophies. We got a picture with all of them. The lady was telling us the story. I mean, it was just, even the workers there in Lambeau love it. That's you go to work loving your job.
Millie, did you ever take a
fans
tour?
are free to come down and take a tour of the Hall of Fame when they want to see what championship trophies look
There
like.
you go,
They're more
Tim.
than welcome.
Got a whole room.
championship watches, Tim. You know what I mean? Back in the day, we go
Wasn't
back
that cool?
that far.
That was awesome.
Go ahead,
Millie,
Jake.
did you ever take a tour?
No, I
stadium
didn't.
tour?
Not yet.
Dude, I'm telling you, it is like your hair stands up the whole time. Like they have the same bricks, from like the 40s.
That'll
50s
be the next step.
It's something, man. It's cool.
J. Cole in the chat. Special ops Clay. What's he talking about? What did I do?
I didn't highlight that. What that means.
But,
Oh, he probably talking about the comment about coming through the door. Yeah, the 300 blackouts tired of playing at the range. You know what I mean? We're looking for some live action. So, all right, that's it, guys. Let's get out of here. Tim, you got anything else from camp, man? You want to hit on before we wrap up? Anything at all, buddy?
No, not much. Wasn't able to get a lot of footage today. You can check the X feed. There's some stuff on there. Got to see the boys kind of getting ready for the team drills, but just excited for the game Saturday, man. It's going to be awesome. Get to hang out with Jacob and watch the final preseason game as we get ready to whittle this roster down to 53 next Tuesday. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah. There you go, man. All right. So tomorrow's Friday. We may do a show tomorrow night. We might take tomorrow night off because obviously the guys are going to be off tomorrow, right? And then we'll have the pregame show on Saturday, postgame show on Saturday. And then I know people are going, "Oh, man, we got 2 weeks without football." We got plenty to talk about. We got all kinds of stuff to dive into. Obviously the roster cut down, like y'all were saying, 26th. So that's going to be right around the corner. The next few days of content will be position by position. We'll kind of take a deep dive. Who do we think is going to make the roster type thing? And we'll break it up into smaller segments like that. And then when we get into that off week, I think we should do what we normally do, Jacob. It's kind of our tradition here. We go back last year and relive the games, right, by the quarter, like first 4 games of the season, second 4 games of the season, what went right, what went wrong, that type of thing. How has the team improved and kind of set the stage for the upcoming regular season. And we'll do a preview of week 1 and all that good stuff. So really we just got 1 week to cover because the second week will be us prepping for the game, right? Mm-hmm. Injury reports, all that stuff will come out. So we made it. We made it to football season. So appreciate you guys. That's it. We'll see y'all possibly tomorrow. If not, we'll see you on Saturday for sure for the pregame show. What time's the kickoff again? You guys know?
3 o'clock, isn't it?
3 o'clock. Yep.
So I'll probably be going solo for the pregame show because you guys will be there, right?
Yeah, you'll probably be going solo for the postgame show too, depending on how.
I'll try to get up for the pregame. I'll try to.
That's not happening.
3. What time are we talking here, Emilio? 2 o'clock.
Yeah, seriously. What do you?
I stay up and play Xbox till 5 in the morning.
I'm going to say something controversial.
You are a married man now, Emilio. Can't be doing that.
I'm gonna
Only
say
got to stay up
something.
till 3 now. All right.
You guys remember the Chappelle Show when Paul Mooney did the Good Morning Black America?
It airs at noon.
Good Morning Mexican America. All right, Mexicano America. It will air at noon. In Emilio, it will air at 2 p.m.
Because I'm up at 6 every day during the week. That's a problem.
That's what it is. Right there. That's Emilio.
It is me.
That's on the left trying to get up. Put that back up there. It's on the left trying to get out of bed, and then that's him when he finally gets that coffee.
Wait, do it again, Millie. Do it again. There you go.
Got it. This show sucks. We're out here. Everybody, thank y'all for putting up with us. We appreciate you. Aaron, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Also, shout out to everybody in the Patreon group, all the new members. It's blowing up. Really, really appreciate the support we got. We got to get information on the fantasy leagues, okay, Jacob? And also we'll get with Andrew. I'm thinking it might be worth it. It won't interfere with this show, but if we can have a separate live draft show, that would be really cool. Just to kind of do a live draft coverage as you guys are doing your fantasy draft for the first league. You know what I mean?
Yeah, first league is drafting August 30th, which happens to be my birthday, and it's at around 7:00. So
7:00.
Yep.
So maybe we'll just tie it into the show and show a little coverage, like while you're running the draft, we could talk Packers and then maybe just kind of Nacho Emilio.
The sombrero, yeah, buddy.
Nacho. All right, that's it. We're out of here. Thank y'all. Have a good night. Bye.
Here we go.
Nice.
Bye, guys.